For my next review, we're going to take a look at another build from LEGO set 4630, the LEGO Build and Play box. And what we're going to build today is the scene seen on the top of the box. And this is the underwater scene. Lots of stuff going on here, so let's build this and take a look at it. Here's the underwater scene fully constructed. Starting from the left and going to the right, you have the yellow submarine, you've got a red fish, mermaid on a rock, blue shark. This black one is a whale, I'm assuming. This is a sunken treasure. You have a diver in the background, and the main attraction, which is this underwater castle. Next, we'll take a closer look at each element from this set. The first thing we'll look at is the yellow submarine that is, I think, the coolest build of this set. You've got two propellers on the front. It uses multiple windshields for the front and back. You've got a driver inside. You can see the top. That's like a periscope up there. It's got some fins on the side to control it. And then this is what it looks like going around the back. It's got some lights on there. Uses good use of the slope pieces on the back and on the bottom to kind of bring that together. And you got some orange detail going around the side and some red on the bottom to make it look more of a rounded shape. And I think this is a perfect submarine for this set. This is great for what you get with this particular set and simple pieces. This uses quite a few of the complicated ones, and I think it turned out really nicely. As you can see from the front, the driver doesn't look so good, but on the side it looks good, and that's the angle that you're supposed to see it from on the box. So that is what it is, and I think this is probably the coolest part of this entire set is this little yellow submarine. Next, we'll take a look at this red fish. You can see it's got a lot of nice little details for how simple it is. It's got a use of slopes. It's got 6 different slopes on here. You got some fins coming out of the side, which you can see from this angle. It's got the 2 yellow eyes on each side, and then you got the yellow stripe along with the orange in the center. So that's a pretty simple fish. Next, we'll look at the mermaid. As you can see, she's sitting on top of this little rock pile here. They use some different elements here to give it some detail and a bunch of different colors to make it look more three-dimensional. As for her herself, pretty basic. I like that they did here. That's kind of interesting. She's got the flower in her hair, red hair, and then you can see her fin coming off the side. So that's a neat little mermaid. Next is the shark. Pretty basic use of the slopes here again to create a tail, and you got the fin on the top. I'm not sure if I really like the way this is here, but the front end looks really good. It would have been really neat if they would have left that open a little bit to maybe expose some teeth inside. You got the white eye on the side, and there's a little use in green right there. I'm not sure why they did that, but I built it as it was listed on the box. Next is the whale. Definitely not quite as big as what it should be. It's a little bigger than the shark. They have an actual tail fin on this, which looks pretty good. The top, a little too shark-like there, but I guess it's pretty accurate. The front end here is a little bit more sloped than the shark, and I think that looks pretty good, and it's got a little bit of a fin right here too, as you can see from the top. This is the sunken treasure. This is pretty basic. It's just a basic square using these pieces as filler, and then you have a bunch of different stuff inside, and I think that's pretty cool. And the person that's going after that is the diver. This was the first thing that I built from this, and I thought this was really cool. I like how the helmet is, and you can actually see that there's a translucent piece there, so it looks like it's sunk back in. You have the hands coming down straight, and then you got the flippers, which these actually move, and there's the tank on the back along with the air supply that goes into that from the helmet. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a very basic figure, but well done. This may be the best minifigure or figure that I built from any of these sets that are just like the basic blocks. And finally, here's the underwater castle. We'll start at the top and work our way down. First of all, you have a flag at the top going into these nice slope pieces. I like the use of the different greens there, which gives it a nice look. You have the translucent greens in the center there, and then you have the window along with this little area that goes out around that, which gives it a nice three-dimensional look. There's not a whole lot of space inside there, but it looks pretty good for what it is. Then coming down here, you have the archway, of course, and there's some coral or some different reef growing there, and then you got a little bit more down here, along with the same window as well here, and then some more of that growing in the front, so you could go through the little archway there. And then under here, there are some brown pieces, which kind of set that off because there are no other brown pieces on this entire set. It's mainly just using the light blue and the dark blue, which I kind of like. It looks really cool the way they did that together. It definitely makes it look a little more appealing than if they would have just used one of the colors. And I like how it's kind of crisscrossed the whole way up, even when you get onto the roof. So that's the underwater scene from the top of the Lego set 4630 build and play box. Probably the best build in the entire box in my opinion. I love the different animals. I like the castle a lot, but my favorite thing is definitely this submarine here. I think that really takes the show for the entire build. This was fun to put together, and probably what I would have built first had my nephews not really wanted to build the castle scene immediately when they saw it. So thank you for watching this, and I will have more videos like this in the future.